New hair. Who this? This is my transformation from that to this. If you like how I achieved this look, thumbs up, comment down below, like this video, and yeah. Alright guys, so let's get the elephant out the room already. Yes, I broke my nail. I know. I was setting up my stuff to film for you guys, and voila, mind you, I already have a nail appointment already. Any girl knows if you break your nail, you're like devastated. Because how are you walking around with your glamorous nails and then this happens? But anyway, I'm not perfect and I'm sharing everything with you guys. So you can call me ratchet, clatchet, whatever you want, but I'm here to film, okay? So if you do see, you know, don't be alarmed. You don't have to go in my comments and be like, oh, you got a broken nail, da 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 da. We know that already. So I'm using my Anastasia brow brush. I have no idea the number. It's been used. Obviously, there's no spoolie on the other end. So yeah. And I'm using my Anastasia number 20 brush just for the spoolie, just to clean my brows first. And I do get my eyebrows threaded. I've been doing that for like the past 4 or 5 years. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to take my finger and I pull upward. I just start from the middle and then I just go ahead and follow my natural brow line. I don't drag it out too far, but just enough where your nose and the end of your eye meet. And as you can see, the line. And then I just keep holding and I just fill in the front. With light strokes. You don't want it too harsh, you know? So now what I'm doing is I'm actually carving the top. So like I said, I just pull up my eyebrow and I just follow my line of my brow and just carve it out. And with my line, I just try to get it to be as thin as possible. And just fill in. So now that the brows are done, now I'm going to go ahead and carve out my under eyebrow and also prime my eye using the MAC's Paint Pot and Laying Low. And I'm going to use my MAC's 242 concealer brush to carve out my brows and also prime my eyelid. So I wanted to talk about something that I don't know if it was coincidental or if it was just persistence. I don't know how to explain it. So basically I just dealt with like a weird situation. I don't know if it was coincidental or if it was just someone being a stalker or it was just them being persistent. I was going to the gym with one of my co-workers and we were in the parking lot. So as we were in the parking lot, you know, we were talking because we usually have like a checklist as to what stuff, you know, we want to make sure we bring our water, make sure we bring our gloves, our IDs, you know, etc., like etc., etc. So as we're doing that, some guy pulls up in the parking lot and he kind of slowed down as it was riding past us. So, you know, at this point, you know, we had our gym clothes on. I didn't have my hair on. I had like a headscarf, and I'm just, you know, minding my business. I'm talking to my friend, and she's not paying attention either. So anyway, make a long story short, you know, we get to the elevator, and the person actually, you know, goes to the elevator as well at the same time we went. So, you know, my friend, she's like really friendly, and I'm like the opposite of her. Like, I don't talk. So she was, you know, joking and everything like that. So then at the end, once we, you know, got to our level of the elevator, you know, when we got downstairs, you know, we were leaving to go into the gym. So, you know, instead of being like mean and aggressive, we just said, okay, well, you know, wherever you were going, whatever, have a great night. Like, as if he was trying to say that he, you know, he wanted to talk to me or whatever. So I said, well, I'll never see you again. So, you know, you have a good night, get home safe, blah, blah, blah. So that must have been like a trigger to him. So he followed us to the street corner, and he yelled for me, like, to come back. So in my mind, I'm looking over like goofy, like a blonde that I am. I'm like, oh, me? And he's like, yeah, come back. So I go back to him, and he's talking, you know, like, oh yeah, so you did say that you'll never see me again. So with that being said, you know, I want to make sure that I'm not losing out on a good thing, or, you know, those type of lines. So I'm kind of like, you're definitely not losing out. It's fine. And at that point, I just was standing there like, okay, this is awkward. Like, I'm trying to go to the gym. I'm not looking like, you know, whatever, but I'm like, all right, whatever, fine. Anyway, so he was persistent. So he basically was kind of like, okay, well, since I'm not going to see you again, I want your phone number. So I'm like, well, you're not going to get my phone number. So then he's like, just go ahead and give it to me. So I'm like, no. At that point, he says, okay, well, here, instead of you giving it to me, you put it in my phone. So I'm like, no. So then he was like, okay, well, I see you're not letting up. So what's your Instagram? And I'm like, how do you not have Instagram? And then he's like, it's 2017, everybody has Instagram. So I'm like, okay, so yeah. So I gave him my Instagram. I said, because that's the only way that you'll probably contact me. So now what I'm using is my ACCosmetics. So it says Luscious by Lynn, and it's a no shine translucent powder, and I'm gonna just use this to set my eye. He says, okay. So then I gave him my Instagram, and he was like, well, are you gonna respond to it? And I'm like, yeah. I said, but clearly I'm on my way to the gym, you know that, right? Okay, so I said I'll respond, you know, when I get a chance. So as soon as I crossed the street, he sent me a message just saying hey. So at that point, from the hey, I already knew that this conversation was not going to go anywhere. Let's fast forward. So my cousin was actually celebrating her birthday at one of these places that we normally go to, being that my cousin is like the DJ, and you know, so we get in there, you know, we have a good time, we have our own section and things like that. Now I'm using my Anastasia clear brow gel just to tame my brows. She had a flyer, so we put up the flyer. You know, I put it on my social media just to tell, you know, my friends to come, and, you know, just so we can enjoy ourselves. Just something, you know, really simple and things like that. So I just made like a bootleg palette, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in caramel. As you can see, I hit pan on it. This shadow is like a perfect transition color, and I use this like almost on every look. I'm gonna be using my MAC 217 blending brush. You know, so we were sending messages back and forth, hi, like very like one word short answer. So anyway, I think one of his responses was asking where I lived. So he lived far, okay? Just know that, okay? What I've been doing now lately is I've been just picking up my brows just to make sure that I get into my eye socket, because I would like to I want to pack in my transition shade in my eye socket part, like right here. So yeah. So then he goes, he's like, oh, okay, you know, this is where I live, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, cool. You know, love to like that. Because I really didn't care that much, right? But this is where it gets a little weird. I go onto social media, and I posted a flyer for my cousin's birthday celebration. As granted, I put the flyer on Instagram, so yes, that is an open invitation, but I definitely wasn't expecting that. I dress, go in there, you know, we're having a good time. And I see my friends that, you know, came out and stuff. Now, when I got there, I posted a picture of my outfit. I happen to look to the right and I see that guy. And I'm like, holy, what? Like, I was like, what? Like, what are you doing here? This is awkward. Let's pretend that I didn't see him. I wasn't, and actually I was sitting down the whole time, so you couldn't see me. And I had big hair. This hair is like huge, so like you couldn't see me. However, what I believe what happened was, I guess he looked at the Instagram to see my outfit and to see my hair to see if that was really me. So he walked past like at least 2 or 3 times in our section. I'm just partying, minding my business, and then all of a sudden he walks up to me and he touches my shoulder like, hello. And he kind of like looks surprised, and I think he did it like in like a petty sense, kind of like, oh, you said I would never see you again, something like that, like along the lines of that. And what I think, to me, and this is my assumption, what I think the guy did was he went to the Instagram, of course, see my picture that I posted, and I guess was looking for me. What? Like, you really came here? Like, seriously? But anyway, so he ends up there, and like he was trying to talk to me. Mind you, the music was so loud, I was just like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, and what do you want? So at that point, you know, he walks away. I guess he went to go party. Then he walked past like twice again, but never stopped, you know? But it was kind of like he was like watching me. Sounds like that was just like so awkward to me. It's like, really? Like, for one, what are you doing here? For two, it's like, just go away. Like, go, like, if you're gonna be at this party or this place that has good music, has good people, good vibes, and stuff like that, just go enjoy yourself, you know? Like, so anyway, fast forward, we're about to leave. So me and my best friend, we were walking out, and, you know, we end up going to our cars. One of my other friends called me asking me where I was. But I was saying that I was about to leave. So they end up coming to my car, just was talking to me. You know, I'm just having a conversation with my friend. And as I'm talking, I'm sitting there for a little while too, like at least a couple minutes, you know? So dead in mid-sentence of our conversation, I, you know, see people walk past, you know, they're walking to their cars because the party's basically over. And I see someone like stop by the car next to me. And I happen to just look back because I was like, it's kind of awkward, like if I'm talking to somebody and then somebody just like walks up to the car. So I kind of look over and it was a girl, but then I look back further and I'm like, same shirt that the guy had on. I'm just like, is that you again? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing over here? And he was, I guess he walked out a lady out to their car, you know, maybe trying to pull the same shenanigans that he tried to pull on me. And just the fact for me, like, you don't live in this area, but you drove out in this area to come here for what? For me? So I'm actually going to go ahead and use Embark by MAC. It looks like this, and I'm just going to use this to deepen my crease. My Morphe R41 is like a small blending brush, and this is just going to intensify the crease. So if you guys have any stories, please share them with me in the comment section down below. Or even if you don't want it to be, you know, out in a public setting, you can send me a message and you can tell me a story if it was something similar to this, because I want to know if my girls out there can relate to this. That was just really awkward for me. Like, and I don't really know how to say things like in a nice way. I just say it like how it comes out. So it may sound like a little aggressive or a little blunt, but it's kind of like how I feel. It is okay to be persistent, but it's not okay to be forcing a conversation if you clearly know that it's nothing there. And that's my little mini story that I just recently experienced, and I was just like, let me just share it with you guys. So now I'm gonna actually use Glamorous by Makeup Geek, which looks like this. And it's very pretty on the lid. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use my ACCosmetics flat shadow brush, and I'm gonna spray it with my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. So I don't know if that was just a coincidence that, you know, he appeared there, or it was just planned. Like, I was just like, is this a setup? Hashtag it's a setup. Hashtag it's a setup. I was like, what? Like, am I being punked or what? Well, I just think maybe he was just trying to prove me wrong. Like, you're never gonna see me again. Oh, trust me, you'll see me again type, you know? And I'm just like, but no, nobody wants to see you. I'm gonna use my black Radiance Contour Palette in this shade, and I'm actually gonna use this to put this on top of this lid. I thought the Glamorous eyeshadow was going to be a little bit more pigmented, but it definitely wasn't. So I'm actually gonna use my Inglot gel liner in shade black. I'm also going to go ahead and use my Ingold liner brush by ACCosmetics. Now, you know, girls, you know, when applying your liner, you already know that this is a life or death situation. So you have to and apply that wing liner. So I'm back. So my camera died. However, I was doing my liner and I used number 77, which is the black eyeliner, which is very, very, very pigmented, and it glides on. It's very smooth. But I definitely wanted to create very much drama here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in and put a little bit of black into my crease just to make it more intense, very like dramatic. This actual palette right here by MAC, and it's the shade Carbon right here. And I'm also going to use my Morphe M412 brush. I'm going to just dab just a little bit at the corner of it and just apply light strokes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my Milk of Magnesia, and you know about this. This is my, not holy grail, but it does help control my oils and set my foundation to be not matte, but like a nice dewy matte, if that makes sense. So it's not greasy, but it's just like a nice glow, like after, you know, 5 or 6, 7 hours. And I'm actually gonna use the Morphe G40 brush. I have no idea. I guess this is like a small dome. I don't know. I have no idea what this brush is, but I'm just gonna use this to apply my Milk of Magnesia in my oily area. So I've been trying to eat healthy, go to the gym, and you know, just try to maintain like a healthy lifestyle. So lately, I've been just working out at the gym and also at home, doing some regular exercises in my house. And, you know, I did read up on like different types of fruits and things like that to be able to boost energy and things like that. So I came across, of course, blueberries. I never really ate blueberries. I'm very picky. I said, you know what, I'm just gonna start putting everything into my shakes. So I make shakes, and so what I've done is I've put mango, blueberries, organic honey, some water, ice, and I make like that type of smoothie because I like sweet stuff. Like I love sugar, and that's like my downfall. That's why you see this, and then my face and everything is just like so fat now. I'm gonna also go ahead and go in with my, you know, concealer palette, and I'm using this shade in Burnt Coral just to cover up my dark spots. So I actually like creating that smoothie, and I noticed about me that I use and do a lot of things repetitively. So for instance, I never really ate spinach until I found out that I had like an iron deficiency. So I had to, like, you know, keep my iron up at a specific level. So, you know, of course, you know, a lot of people just say, eat spinach, eat spinach. And I'm like, I don't eat spinach by itself. It's disgusting. So I started eating it into my smoothie, and it's so good. Because of course you really don't taste it. But it does give you all of those nutrients and things like that. But it's so good. So now I did that with the blueberries, and of course, you know, you can't taste the blueberries like that, but it just gives that flavor, and also it helps with like antioxidants, and it does clear up like dark marks and scarring. Started doing that. Also I started eating like salmon with like broccoli, and that's like my favorite. Broccoli, I can eat that every day, all day. I love broccoli. So I'm using my foundations, which are, you know, my two favorites, of course. 1 pump of this, like 2 or 3 pumps of this, and boom, done. And I just mix it around. I'm trying to clear up my face, and my face has been like really clearing up, like really good. I've been using a different type of skincare, because you know, you have to switch up your skincare. You have to switch everything up all the time anyway, because you don't want your body to just get adjusted to that. I'm going to use my damp clean beauty blender, and I'm going to go ahead and blend out this foundation. But yeah, so I see that that does help too, because you can have a great skincare regimen by having a great cleanser, a great exfoliant, a great mask, a great moisturizer. You have to go ahead and, you know, take care of your skin as well, like drink tons of water, exercise, and also make sure you eat your fruits and vegetables as well, because that's what helps. So now what I'm going to use is, I'm actually going to use my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Deep, and I'm going to put this under my eyes to conceal. But I definitely love working out. I love that feel of, you know, feeling that energy, and once I get into the gym, I just feel like I gotta turn into a beast. I have to, you know, go in. And I'm not that girl that's taking pictures in the gym and showing everybody I'm in the gym. When I go in the gym, I just go and work. I put my music on and I just go in and work. And I'm going to use my Bootleg Beauty Blender, clean of course, and damp. But just being consistent with working out, eating healthy, is just so difficult. But like anything else, you know, you have to have a routine. You have to get into that routine. I believe it's like 6 weeks it takes to create and form a habit. So like I try to get to that point, so that way I know that it's just a routine for me. Like I'm used to getting up, working out, making my shakes and smoothies, and eating healthy. And the summer coming, it's just so hard because my family, we have a big family, so we do so much, and we're always eating like, you know, healthy, but still we have to incorporate that chicken, that cheese, you know, those bread rolls, those Hawaiian rolls. Oh my goodness, please, those Hawaiian rolls, I love them. This summer is gonna be really busy You know, we have a lot of things planned. And I just need to make sure like I set some goals for as far as trying to make sure I create content. Like I don't want to say like, oh, videos are coming Thursdays, you know, and then all of a sudden, like I definitely want to create an audience where they know, oh yeah, she's going to post videos. I'm actually going to go ahead and use my ACCosmetics No Shine Translucent Powder. And this powder is on another level. I'm on a new level. And I'm going to use my beauty blender that I use with my foundation, and I'm just going to go ahead and set all the areas that I put concealer in. This is like the most difficult. And this does not leave like a white cast on your face or nothing. It's just so neutral. I can't even deal. So like it was a piece hanging off, which is why I didn't show it to you. However, I posted it on my Instagram just to show my people on Instagram that you know, I have this powder. Can't wait to try it. Can't wait to put a look up on this. The customer service, I guess the owner of the company, she reached out to me and she was like, oh, you know, it didn't come this way and I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that. She's like, but I'm gonna go ahead and send you out another one. I wasn't expecting that. Like I didn't do it because I wanted her to, you know, to send me anything. I was not expecting that. I said, technically, I was like, I didn't even know that you can see, but I guess because I tagged her, like I tagged the company, I didn't know, you know, that she, you know, seen it. But yeah, customer service was great. I'm actually going to go ahead and use the Laura Mercier's translucent powder in Deep, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Morphe G36 brush just to place this all over my face. I'm going to go ahead and use my Ruby Kisses mineral powder in shade Ebony, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Morphe R8 contour brush. So I was definitely pleased with that, and I thanked her just for reaching out and, you know, doing that, because she didn't have to do that, you know. That was really nice of her. Got the package. Well, I didn't open it, but I just got the package. So now I'm going to use my MAC's Raisin blush and also my Morphe M403 brush, just to lightly dust my cheeks, just to warm up my face. Now I'm going to use my little itty bitty LA Girl Pro eye pencil in the shade Black, which is obviously almost down, but I'm getting all of my $1.99 worth of this eyeliner. It's really good. It glides on really smooth, and I use this almost on every look. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Marc Jacobs mascara and just to coat my bottom lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Anastasia and the Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit. I'm going to use 3 highlighters. So I'm going to use Forever Young, Glow Getter, and 143. I'm going to use the Anastasia A23 highlighter brush. So basically, I just went to go change to show you my finished look. I'm actually just gonna do my lips now. And what I do is I still put like foundation around the edges. I go ahead and use my Carmex. Now I'm gonna use my NYX lip pencil in shade dark brown, which is, you know, my fave. Obviously, it's very small. Now I'm actually gonna go in with my Kim K cream lipstick. So it's in the shade Kimberly. So it's like a little lip gloss that I got from like Max Counter. It was like $10 for like a little lip glass. So yeah, it's called Clearwater. It looks like this. It's very cute. I kind of consider this to be like a lip topper. For the progression of me with makeup, I've been evolving, and I believe that's what you need to do. You don't want to stay stagnant. So me looking back at my old videos and my old photos, I'm just like, oh, wow, I definitely came up, and I'm still learning stuff, and I just love how, you know, things grow over the years. So as a finisher, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray, and I'm gonna just spray this all over my face to set my face. And I've been using this for the past couple days, and when I tell you this bottle, I got this from Ulta, it was $7. This right here sets me for life, okay? 80 days, 90 nights. Set. Done. Don't move. Stay put. And this is how, you know, the highlight glows. So this is my transformation into the Instagram baddie look. If you like how I achieved this look, thumbs up. Comment down below, like this video. So details on this hair, because I know a lot of people would send me messages and I posted this on my Instagram and also on my Snapchat. So this is basically a wig from the beauty supply store. So I believe it's a half a wig, but I always create my half wigs into whole wigs. So I just leave like a little bit of hair out, or just like my baby hairs, just brush them up, which is fine, whatever. But yeah, so this is going to be the Outre quick weave inspired by Batik bundle hair, and the style is the Dominican curly, and the color is S1B30. So this is the card, and this is what came attached to the wig. So just screenshot this so you can actually get your own. It's very like va voom, and I love va voom. Like, if anybody knows me, I love big curly hair. I love big thick long hair. If I do straight hair, like, I love to have like 5+ bundles in my hair. Yes, I absolutely love it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.
Murder.